You guys. It is Travel Culture, and I wanted to talk to you guys about how I was able to travel to countries with one ticket. Okay, you're probably like wondering, like, what do you mean by that? And also, like, um, how, right? So I'm gonna break it down for you guys because it's really, really simple, and I want everyone to know how to do this because it is kind of like a cool little hack that I was able to kind of find that wasn't hidden, but it's available for anyone to use. All right, guys, this is a nice shirt, Travel Culture. You see, love it, so cute. But okay, here we go. So, I'm gonna give you a story how this all happened because I like to tell a little story sometimes. So I had a friend, his name is Tyler. He wanted to go to Thailand for his birthday, which is great, right? But I'm thinking to myself, we're all on a budget, so how can we do that on an affordable plan? So I started doing some research and found out, great, going in the fall time is perfect because it's off season. Off season meaning that things won't be super high priced. The next thing I noticed was we were avoiding rainy season. So when you're tending to travel to countries that are in Asia, you want to make sure you avoid those high seasons because it's going to be expensive, and rainy seasons because it's not going to be so very fun. It's going to be very rainy and a lot of mosquitoes. We love to avoid those. So the next thing you want to do is figure out what airlines fly where you want to go. Since we're going to Thailand, there's a multitude of different airlines that flew that way. Some of them, due to the fact we were leaving from Chicago, came flying over the western part of the United States, and another part were flying, from the eastern part. So looking at that, I think there was like Catley, like it's Caty was one of them. And you had a layover in Taiwan. And if I recollect correctly, I think that price was in the thousands. The other thing you have to do, make sure you have enough time to plan this. So I ended up leaning towards Etihad Air because of their benefits. Now, it wasn't going directly over California. We would have to pass, over DC because it was going that direction. If you're familiar with the United States, I don't know who's watching and where you're from. So, once I picked Etihad Air, I was like, okay, great. Let's get some more information about them and see what they offer. So, going forward, you want to understand, does your airline have a layover program? The reason why I didn't choose, I think, Catley's Air is because you were in Taiwan, but their airline did not offer a substantial stayover or layover program. I chose Etihad Air because they did provide a stayover program, lodging, because if you had a layover over 22 hours or over 16 hours, that was available for you. So make sure you go ahead and read the small print. They also allowed for discounts of different excursions that you may want to participate in, which like the Louvre or going to the mosque, which are things that interest me. So like I highly recommend for you guys to like check out what your airline offers. Okay, not all stayover programs are made the same, so you definitely want to make sure you're doing your due diligence to see what you need to do. I am currently looking at doing another stayover program with Tapa's Air, so I'll be able to tell you guys the differences of what I like and what I don't like. I already have a list, but wait for that. So once you kind of know like what your airlines offers, you want to make sure that you have enough time so you can book alerts. So booking alerts allows for you to get the price that you want to pay. I was not comfortable paying over $1,000 to go to Thailand. So I use sources like Skiplag, and they kind of show you the price range like throughout the day. So that was helpful. Then I also use Google Flights. just to compare to make sure that I was getting the most economical, affordable ticket. And the last one I swear by, but I didn't use it for this trip, is going.com. Now, going.com allows you to know when there are major discounts on flights in the areas where you use their airports. Now, for me, I have airports listed as Detroit and Chicago because I know that they're international airports and they allow for some really awesome trips. And where I am locally, that's just not the case. And it's not always affordable. So, with that being said, you want to make sure you have your alerts set up. And if you're interested of wanting to use going.com, I do have a link in one of my videos, so you can check that out. And I also have a video and an ebook of my experiences staying and using Etihad Airway. Let's see, am I missing anything else? Yes, I am. Just for going.com, just a small little tidbit. I was able to go, if you've been staying up to date with me, my last trip to Belize, I used going.com and I had a round trip ticket for $300. So you just have to be flexible, but I highly, highly recommend it. It's definitely worth the price, and I'm not being sponsored to say that at all. So once you have your price alerts set, the next thing you want to know is how are you going to pay for this trip? Now, my price alerts were set and I was able to find a deal going with Etihad Airway for around $800, which to me, that was a steal because with going with Etihad Air, I was going to be able to have 2 layovers in Abu Dhabi and be able to stop in Bangkok as well as Phuket, which is where our final destination was. Now, if you are someone who does not like a busy schedule, I would not recommend what I did. But, if you are someone a little bit adventurous and you want to see things and have a good time, I would definitely suggest trying it out. So I had a 24-hour layover in Abu Dhabi going and then like 22 coming back. The only things that they didn't offer is like shuttle to your hotel. And in my videos, I break down how you can go about scheduling your hotel stay and also like how you can pick your hotel. Depending on when you book, there's different hotels that are available. So you may have one in mind, but that might not always be the case that it is available. Let's see what else. The fun part everyone loves to talk about, the dinero, the dingy. I don't know how to say it in Hindi, but if I could, I would say it. But with that being said, you have 2 choices here. You can use your points or you can use your cash. Now for me, let's see, I had just got welcome bonus points from using my Chase Sapphire Preferred and reaching their max spending. So I had like about 100,000 travel points, right? And with those 100,000 travel points, I looked to see. Now, here's some insider tea for you guys. If you want more information about this, let me know and maybe I'll do another live like this so you can like get a better understanding. But if you happen to have a Chase card, and I have a link to my Chase cards if you want to try them. I not sponsored at all, but I have 3 Chase cards and I love them so much. So you can transfer in your points. It's kind of like the Chase trifecta. And when you switch over your points, hypothetically, let's say you have the Chase Unlimited and you transfer them over to the Chase Preferred, you actually double up your points. And with that, you can go ahead and use their partner programs and pay for your tickets or whatever and get extra bonus. with the partners. But there's a few partners, and I do have a video stating who they are so you can get a better understanding. And the second thing I'll say about welcome bonuses when it comes to Chase, be aware that sometimes if you go in and signed all the documentations to be approved and to get your card, you can actually get more points. So for the welcome bonus during that time, I think it was 80,000, but someone did a video. Shout out to them. And if you go into the branch, you can actually get like 20,000 extra. So yeah, 100,000 points altogether. So I did that, and I was able to pay for it, I believe, with my points. So that meant that my whole entire trip was free. Well, just the flight part. And that included my stay in Abu Dhabi was free because Etihad Airway paid for it. Shout out to y'all. Yes. So other than that, I split the cost of our Phuket trip, and then I paid full for my stay when I was in Bangkok. And my first day in Bangkok, let me tell you, that place was, I would not recommend. I definitely would not recommend. And that's why I'm starting a whole list of ways for females to be safe when they're traveling solo, because I think someone definitely did try to follow me. And if you guys want to hear that story, comment below and I will tell you what happened, because this is quite interesting. Short story, but quite interesting. And yeah. So we've covered the portion about how to pay for your trips. So the last thing is, if you want to be budget friendly, definitely look at some of the affordable tours that they have in your area. Sometimes it's best if you book them early. Also, make sure that you have a travel credit card that has travel insurance that also has no transaction fees. So be very careful about that. I would also recommend making sure you have 2 credit cards that are of different companies. So if you happen to have like a credit union and then you happen to have like Chase, bring those, because sometimes different banks don't allow certain ATM machines. And if you're, by chance you get scammed, you at least have money, and always carry cash on you as well. So guys, that is how I travel 2 countries for 1 ticket, and I try to save money that way. The hostels out in Asia are very nice, so don't be afraid of those. And the resorts in Thailand are very nice. But if you want to hear more about how I felt about Thailand, specifically Phuket, I do have videos. Very, very many videos about that. So go ahead and check those out. If you have any questions about anything that I said, that you want more information, please let me know. We are a community, okay, here. And if there's something that I have missed that you know, please share in the comments, for the friends, for the familia. I'm watching too much from familia. Familia. Because hey, it's hard for a lot of people out here, and so I think it's, from my anthropological standpoint, it's so important to get out and see the world. And you don't have to be like any of these Instagram people shelling out money like that. Listen, me, you, and everybody in this community, we're going to be traveling the world on a budget, because we know how to find those hacks, we know how to travel smart, and we know how to be efficient with our travel. So if you're looking to figure out how to pack your bag, I got a video on that too. All right, travel culture community, thank you so much for giving me your time to hear my story. If you guys like more content like this, let me know. Drop a couple of likes so I'll go live again, and stay tuned for my next adventures, and comment below where you think I'm going next. Can't wait to see what you guys say, Ian.